Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Wentz is a gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Broncos 3, Eagles 0.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. And quickly finding Rager. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Jalen Rager, 58 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Already speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Locke on the bootleg. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Operating from the gun. Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Wentz going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Boston Scott, his first carry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs him. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 15.
Working from the gun, Wentz. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately starts out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st down, Locke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Locke. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a... Fourth down.
Zach Ertz, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Get off the field.
Picked off by Will Parks. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Blocked pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
Lining up for the extra point.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing, and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Covington able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. So a tough road here on 2nd and very long. From the gun, it's Hurts. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
15-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Clock now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? Right? We know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and 5 at the Broncos' 46-yard line.
2nd and 5. this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 14.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Lock to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy, 52 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 17. Brendan McManus to kick.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that. They have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll run in Sanders. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
37-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They go play action with Hurts. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
38-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Loss on the play.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
At the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a first throw here in overtime. This ball complete to Rager. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
He's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. It's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now what can Locke do with his drive? Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Touchdown.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.